Every year, we throw $123 billion of commodities into our landfills and our oceans. Now, imagine a future state where our recycling systems are so robust that any item that still has value gets brought back into circulation. I'm Rebecca. I'm the founder of Glacier, and that is exactly the vision that my company seeks to solve. We're starting with MRFs, which are materials recovery facilities, and these are the facilities that take in all of your blue bin material and actually sort them so they can be resold as recycled feedstock. Now, MRFs are facing a very interesting business dilemma because on one hand, they're seeing unprecedented demand for recycled feedstock, which is an amazing business opportunity for them. On the other hand, they're having some trouble actually meeting that demand, and this is primarily due to struggles with the workforce. On one hand, of course, labor is always expensive and the cost is increasing. And on top of that, there's a massive labor shortage that is persisting and has started ever since the pandemic. Now, the vast majority of MRFs still rely primarily on manual sortation to achieve this feedstock that they're trying to sell. And so this presents a very sticky situation for them. Glacier is trying to address precisely that demand-supply gap. We're doing this by building a computer vision-enabled robot to automate recyclable sorting. Consider manual sortation. Not only is it very expensive and a very difficult job to hire for, it can also actually be quite unsafe. It's 2 times the injury rate of construction work. On the flip side, when you think about Glacier's robot, it is incredibly inexpensive. It can pick 24/7, so it's very consistent, and it's smart. Because it uses computer vision, it can adapt to and learn from an ever-changing material stream, unlike traditional equipment. Now, robotic waste sorters have been around for a couple of years now, so the market is starting to form, but it is massive and nascent. So when you think about the total future addressable market for just these recycling robots, that's actually $38 billion of annual opportunity, which is huge. Now think about the number of robots that are actually currently installed, and you're seeing less than 2% penetration of this massive market. So some of you might be asking, if these robots are truly such an amazing solution, why isn't every single MRF going out and buying 30 of them yesterday? And we at Glacier actually had the same question before we even started the company. So we went out and talked to the folks who know best, that is to say, MRF operators. And of the several dozen that we talked to, it was interesting because every single one had heard of robots and generally understood the value proposition. But 74% of these operators specifically told us that they are waiting for better ROI. And this is pretty easy to understand when you look at the chart on the right. When you consider the high CapEx cost of some of these other robots on the market, in combination with the fact that it often costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to retrofit your facility to actually get the robot in there, you annualize that cost and it actually ends up being about the same amount that you might pay for a worker to come in and sort on your line. Glacier took that as our design starting point, and we said, we want to build the highest ROI sortation automation on the market. And so what we're doing is we're creating a patented design that effectively reduces the number of moving parts and really simplifies the technology such that we can build it for much less and also offer it to MRFs for much less. On top of that, we're making it much smaller footprint and easier to install so you can get it into your facility with way less time and resources. In effect, we're fundamentally changing the economics of automation, meaning that any MRF, regardless of age or size or budget, is able to implement this type of technology in their facility. Now, Glacier is a pretty new company. We've only been around for 2.5 years, but we've achieved an incredible amount of progress in that time. Starting with our team, we've pulled together minds from some of the top tech companies and universities across the country. On top of that, of course, our participation with NextCycle Michigan has afforded us access to some of the best and brightest recycling and industrials and manufacturing minds in the state of Michigan, and we're really excited to have them on Team Glacier. Our product is in late stage development, and we've actually already completed a high-value proof of concept trial test with an actual MRF. We've been able to achieve significant annual labor savings for this facility, and we also validated several core value propositions of Glacier's specific design, including really rapid installation time. So we went in over the course of a weekend, no downtime for this MRF. We installed for less than $10,000, which is literally an order of magnitude smaller than what you'd see from a typical robot install. And we collected 520 tons of plastic over the course of a year. We're really excited to bring our technology to the state of Michigan. We're starting with a pilot NextCycle project, which will effectively install some of our robots to serve 12% of Michigan population, resulting in annual profit increase, GHG reduction, and targeting key materials. We're really excited for Glacier's technology to be a key building block on Michigan's roadmap towards achieving its really ambitious recycling goals. So in conclusion, if you guys in the audience represent a MRF or a potential strategic partner like a brand, a manufacturer, or a municipality, and you're interested in learning about how you can participate in a future Glacier pilot project, please reach out to me at rebecca@nwaste.io. We would love to speak with you. Thanks.